All right, all right, all right. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, when and where you're ever watching this from. I appreciate you guys. It is Lionheart LeQuinn, your favorite transformational figure, and today I am your trading instructor. Hope you guys had a good trading week. We are changing things up. I'm trying to provide as much value as possible, so I'll make this brief. And shout out to Randy and Bugay because he kind of suggested that we kind of should go over a little bit less pairs so I can provide more value to you guys. But first things first, I want to go over last week's results. Instead of doing two videos, I'm just going to do one video. And at the beginning of the video, we're going to go over the results of last week. And I'm only going to go over the results for the pairs that we are going to go over this week. All right. So starting off with gold US. Last week we predicted that it was in the uptrend from the 1771 to the 7078 area. I'm gonna consider this trade a win because I was basically talking about selling opportunities in last week's videos, and as you guys can see, it's basically back to where it started from last week, honestly. But in a nutshell, we did have a huge drop. It did a very sporadic drop in our rise on Tuesday. And I believe that was due to it being in a consolidation period for, I want to say, over 4 or 5 hours. And then it exploded both ways and then continued to drop down after hitting about 1785, 86 area. So just keep that in mind. So right now we're in gold real quick. And you guys got to excuse my chart. I do have a lot of lines here. I would like to clean this up, but I use all these lines for real. I would like to clean it up, but literally I use all these lines. So, especially as the trading week gets heavy and you just want to remember your support and resistance levels. But anything above here, you kind of don't want to focus on. I'm going to go down to the 1 minute or 1 hour time frame so we can dig into gold. And then next up was gold euro. I'm going to consider this a win as well because I was talking about looking for selling opportunities, and I believe we got up to about 1512 during the week. But once again, it is also a little bit under from where it started last week. So you definitely could have made a lot of money if you were in for a sell and you held on to it the whole week. It is currently at 1496. As you guys can see right now, 1496 area. And it did do the jump, but it wasn't as sporadic as gold versus USD was. Gold versus euro, I feel like they're a lot more conservative. It doesn't move as much as gold versus USD. However, it does move symbiotically with the other pair. One of the things I do want to introduce to you guys this week is platinum. I want to start trading platinum. So these next probably like month and a half or so, I'm going to keep it down to gold, platinum, euro USD, and then Bitcoin, and then start giving you guys market updates from what I've been getting from fundamental analysis on current events that's going out in the world, and then we'll cut it off like that. All right, if you guys have any questions, please leave it in the comment section. Remember to subscribe, remember to share, remember to like, all that good stuff. I appreciate you guys. This is definitely going on YouTube. So far as euro USD from last week, I was predicting that it was going to go down to 1.16 thousand. It didn't quite make it there. I'm going to consider this a win because it did go down to about 1.16700 800 area, 1.16800 area. And give me 1 second. Let me go to it right now. And currently it's at 1.17 180, and it's kind of on a rise actually from last week. So it definitely did drop down, and it definitely did go up to about 1.17600 if I can remember correctly. So it was like a random spike in price. However, long term, we definitely got in for a sell around that area. So just I'm going to definitely count that as a win. And then I'm going to do predictions here and the trade IDs and predictions here in a second. And then going to Bitcoin, I'm going to consider that a half win if there's such a thing, because technically it's basically back to where it just started from, and it actually just kind of started creeping just now. Give me 1 second. It's creeping back up just now. But I was talking about selling it at the 52,000 area. The reason why I'm counting this as a halfway win, it never went back up to 52,000, but it did go down to the areas that I was talking about last week, which was 42, 43, 45 area. And let me pull that up for you guys real quick. Where is it? All right. Nope, that's not it. Wrong one. Where is it? Did I erase it? I feel like I might have erased it. Let me add this back in here. Not sure why it got erased or if I'm just overlooking it. I mean, we can definitely keep it right there. Yeah, we can keep it right here. It's cool. We can keep it right here on this one. All right. So, yeah, but Bitcoin did drop down to about 42 that I saw, low 42s, high 41 area. Uh, you could have gotten for a buy at that point. I remember I was talking about it. Looks like it's starting to create some resistance. And I'm just going to go back up from the way this is what we're going to do. Yeah, we're going to just go back up. So I'm going to start at Bitcoin instead of starting at gold like I normally do and just go right back up. So like I said, this one's definitely a 50-50 on this one from last week. However, if you did go in for a sell from 52 or anywhere from that level where it was at 47, 48 area last week, you did go in for a sell to 42, 43 area, then you would have gotten about 2,000 or 3,000 pips out of that sell. So I hope you guys, just keep in mind when I'm giving you guys these trade ideas, feel free to get out of the trade early if you're profitable. If you hit your target for the week, if you hit your pip amount for the week, get out of the trade early. I do set these trade ideas for long term for the whole week. However, situation dictates, context dictates. If you see a drop or get to your take profit, just go ahead and take it. Just go ahead and take it, and we'll be back at it next week. Stay profitable. The number one rule we want to follow is we don't lose money, right? So let's keep that rule going. I'm gonna go ahead and draw a support line right here. It looks like from last week, definitely respecting this area around here. So, all right, bet. All right, so this week going into Bitcoin, I do see it back on the rise. So it can obviously go here to this 46 area. It looked like it might have some resistance around that area, if I had to call it. And also, honestly, it might start hitting resistance now, but it looks like we have two candles. We got some price rejection right here. Give me a second for my slow Wi-Fi, Colombian Wi-Fi to catch up. But it definitely has a signal right here, reversal signal right here, some price rejection. So it might shoot back down from here. We will see. If I had to call it, I would say that obviously Bitcoin is in a downtrend from 52,000 about 2 or 3 weeks ago. So I would still be looking for selling opportunities, and I would look for a selling opportunity around the 45, 46, 47 area. Same thing as last week, and try to write it down to about 41 area. It did end up. It says it went to 40, but I don't remember seeing it at 40. But not saying that it didn't. But some of these charts are a little bit off sometimes. So just keep that in mind, guys, when you are looking at TradingView. They're not always completely correct. They might say that it might have went to 40,000, but in all honesty, I don't remember seeing it get that low. But I do remember seeing it get to the high 41,000 area, 41,000 area. So I would look for selling opportunities on Bitcoin. Now we'll check in next week with you guys on that one. Next up, we are going to go to Euro USD. Euro USD. And let's see. So Euro USD did some crazy stuff because it did jump up to like 117,600 randomly, and then obviously it's back down now. So for this upcoming week, if I had to predict, I think it is going to actually do the real drop. Look for it to go past 1.17 thousand again, and actually look for it to go past 1.16900. I would have set a sell stop actually at 1.16900, 1.16850 area, and then look for it to ride down to maybe 1.165. That would be my prediction. We will see, because obviously it's definitely still in a downtrend. The 200 MA is right here. So, I mean, it's definitely still just about following that. If it does go up to 1.174, I would not be surprised. That would actually be where I would want to get in at, is at the 200 MA. Like I said, we like to trade from areas of value, and that's where I would kind of get in from there. But that area of value right there definitely holds firm. It looks like I said, is this 200 MA line right here, this red line that you guys see on my screen. Looks like it was coming up, kind of respected the whole area. It's never exact, but it did shoot back down. Same thing right here. Same thing right here. Same thing right here. So anytime, and once again right here. So it is respecting the hell out of that 200 MA area. I would definitely keep an eye out for price to get to 1.17400, 350, 300 area, and then you get in for a sell around there. So I'll check back in with you guys on that one. And let me see if I can mark something up for you guys on this one. Give me 1 second. Because like I said, ideally, you know, the best times to trade Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, the high volatility days. However, Monday is definitely, you know, money making day as well too. So don't exclude it. Yeah. But honestly, that's what I would wait for. I would wait for it to hit to about 1.17400. I feel like that's a safe bet, or safe investment rather. Use the right verbiage, and from there, let's see, it's like 17,200. So yeah, you could get in for a sale at 1.17200, but obviously the best price to get in would be at 1.174. So that's where we're gonna mark that at. And then let's go to gold versus nope. We're gonna do platinum for the first time. So we're gonna look at platinum today. As you guys can see, I haven't traded platinum. Nothing's marked up. So if you guys ever wanted to test my skills, here we go. For real. From a clean market without knowing nothing about it, not really looking at it. Looks like it is on an uptrend right now. And I'm interested to see how it correlates with gold, if any correlation at all. But it is on an uptrend right now. So I'm gonna put that for the 1 minute, and then I'm actually gonna go to the week, 1 week time frame to get the bigger picture. Give me a second for my lagging Wi-Fi to catch up. All right, and come on, you can do it. You can do it. There we go. All right, so looks like I did have a line here at some point in time. I never traded platinum. However, that is something I want to go ahead and just be the metals guy to you. You know, just be that. We plan on selling diamonds, actual like physical diamonds here with Lionheart Capital as part of our investment packages. So I figured we might just go ahead and stick in metals. If I become the metal expert for you guys while you're trading and investing, I would love to be that resource for you. I'm not really sure how many people are out there doing that. So hopefully it creates a niche for you guys to come in and get your information for specifically the metals investments. All right. So if I'm looking at this, I got the 1 week up, definitely on an uptrend over these, however many weeks this is, let's see. So over the year and some, right? So it's definitely on an uptrend on the past year and some. Now, that's all I kind of really needed to know. If we had a high of 1341, right? So I'm going to go ahead and mark that as our high. I'm actually going to get the most touches, so I'm going to drop that down to about 1300 exactly. And then if obviously I drew this line here, I'm not really sure why. Let me find out, or if I can find out. Let me go down to the 1 day time frame. I feel like I would have drawn it on that one. See where it's respecting. Okay, yeah, that makes a little bit more sense right there. Obviously, it's respecting right here from beginning of July, and then obviously back here to November area to 2021, and even back here so a whole year basically of respecting this area, which it just touched and kind of pulled back up. So honestly, we are on an uptrend. It looks like it broke structure right here, and then now it's pulling back up. So I would look for a buying opportunity. If you can get in around 950 area, that'd probably be the best, 950 area for platinum. And then maybe you can ride that up. If I would have to say maybe it's about 1,025. And if we're really on it, maybe 1,050 area. Basically in this area right here. So let's go ahead and get an arrow in there. 1 second. Green arrow in there. Bop, bop. Put that around town. Let's bring it around town. All right, cool. So I would look for Monday, Tuesday to maybe if it does drop to 950, we will see. I know this does move kind of slow, so it might not be appealing as for some of you guys, but if you did want to trade metals, this would be, the ideal to start with. I kind of sum it up just about as much movement as Euro USD. So that's the type of volatility you can expect. I have been keeping an eye on platinum for like the last 3-4 weeks, but I haven't traded it yet. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. So I predict that it will go to 1050, 1,000 area, 1,000 area. So yeah, you can, that's obviously like right now. Give me 1 second. Go down to the 1 hour. There we go. Get a little, oh, actually even had a trend line in there somewhere at one point in time. So I'm really interested to see how this moves. So yeah, 950 at the top, I would say 1014. So we'll see how it moves. I got to figure out how many pips that is. I haven't traded this yet, but I'm assuming that these are the lower sizes of the pips, and these are, so that would be a lot of freaking pips to get up to 1,000, 1,050 area. So we'll see. I got to see how it moves. But from there, we're going to go to gold versus euro. So definitely mark a buying opportunity at 950 here if it gets that low. Now we're going to go to gold versus euro. Gold versus euro. Looks like I got some lines here. Looks like this might have been last week's arrow. Looks like it definitely went up, came down. So if you did come here and then you might have taken profit around this area or this area right here at the very tippy top, good on you. And looks like it's actually kind of repeating the same process again. So I'm actually going to call it right here. Flip that bad boy around. And I'm definitely going to look for a buying opportunity around this 1485 area. If it does go back to that, we'll see. Because I mean, it was just there, 1490, 1485. Ideally, yeah, 1485. And of course, ideally, if you can get in for a drop, but just be careful. Make sure you have a stop loss below 1480, just in case you don't want to get stop hunted. So beware of that. But it's obviously creeping back up. So I would look for buying opportunities short term. And then just keep in mind that, gold dropped tremendously and has been dropping tremendously. So short-term buy, long-term sell. If you were going to sell, I would wait till it got to about 1510. That might not happen until Tuesday, Wednesday. But just keep that in mind. Hopefully it doesn't just drop out the market. But the lowest that I've ever recall seeing it is around 1485, 1480 area for gold versus the euro. All right. But I'm going to go here for a buy, and I'm going to go here. Oop, didn't do that. Okay. I'm going to go here for a sell. So we will see. We'll check back in on that next week, see what happens. If I had to predict Monday, Tuesday, 27, 28, we'll see. Once that volatility starts happening, we'll have more information Monday, of course. And then, that's what I would be on the lookout for. So around the 1515 area, I will look for a sell. I believe that was like the highest high last week so far for gold versus euro. All right. Next up, we have my favorite, gold versus US. Obviously, there's a lot more markings on here because I trade it more often. So from here, and some crazy stuff happened last week. Me and Randy was in the mix of it, and got into a scuffle with gold. It dropped down sporadically, went up sporadically for that spike. How I was saying, and just be careful because those things can happen. And I just want you guys to know that when consolidation happens for about 4 or 5 hours, how I was talking, that spike is almost guaranteed to happen just because of the low volatility for such a long level, and then everybody's getting their orders in at one time. You know what I'm saying? So that's really what caused that. If I can go back and look at it, I believe it was right here, and I believe it was on Tuesday that happened. So it dropped within a matter of minutes. It dropped down to 1760. Yeah, this was it right here, 1765 to 1786, right? So, that's like 20,000 pips, over 20,000 pips, and within a matter of minutes. So just be careful, guys, as you guys trade gold. That doesn't happen often, but I have seen it pop off a few times like that, especially, I believe, when it went to 1830 a few weeks ago. It definitely jumped up, like not both ways, but it definitely jumped up like that. So just keep in mind, gold does have that potential to move that way. very profitable when you're on the right side of things, like always. So just, make sure you have your stop losses set. Make sure that you're doing your best to manage your assets, okay? Manage your investments. All right. So from here, this week, I'm gonna say that gold is still definitely on a downtrend. So I would look more for more selling opportunities than buying opportunities. However, if it does come down to the 1730 area, which is the lowest that I've seen it personally, and it did hit right here, 1730. And before that, I believe the lowest that I saw was like 1745. So it definitely is having lower lows. So keep that in mind. If it gets up to around 1771 area, I would definitely be looking for a sell around there. Yeah, yep. And that arrow is still here. So that's what I would be looking for, honestly, for it to get up to the 1771 area. But if you did want to do a short-term buy from where it is now, 1758 to probably get some resistance, 1766, maybe Monday, Tuesday, it'll get there. And then we'll see. Because what I've noticed from gold is that it will do a jump and then it stays consistently there for the day. And then, that's just kind of how it moves until it basically just takes off. You know what I'm saying? So always look for the jump with gold, jump up or jump down, whichever way it goes. I'm not Nostradamus, but, I can't really tell you exactly which way it's going to jump up or jump down. But at the same time, I do know this is a good price for a sell. And coincidentally, I didn't even notice that till just now, but coincidentally, the 200 MA is at that line as well, too. So that would make it an area of confluence, meaning that we should definitely be doubling down on that trade if we get to the 1770, 1771 area, and then just ride that bad boy back down to 1745, 1739 area. All right. So yeah, and that's it for the day, Queens and Kings. We're in quarter three now. We're heading into quarter three of the year. So just understand that a lot more selling is going to go on than, everybody's, getting rid of their positions. It's Christmas time, it's Thanksgiving, right? So just keep that in mind as you're trading. I'm not going to say that it's going to be a complete bearish market. Things have been crazier where, it might spike up and, maybe people are becoming more financially literate and start, buying more than selling or investing, versus spending. So we'll see what happens. But honestly, I do believe I'm not going off of feeling. I'm going off of what I know. And this is a time for bearish markets. So definitely look for more selling opportunities than buying opportunities. And definitely trade from your areas of value so you can make sure you have a solid stop loss and a stop loss that makes sense, meaning that it's a stop loss that invalidates your trade. All right. Shout out to all my students of Lions Wall Street. Appreciate you guys for tapping in with me. And yeah, we're going to continue to get it this upcoming week. The only market update outside of, it's quarter three is, give me 1 second. I want to bring up I believe it was called Evergrande. Evergrande is a company in China that is responsible for basically holding $300 billion in debt. And that affects us because you can basically relate that to the real estate bubble in 2008. They're currently going through that now, and it's self-inflicted from, I'll say like this, it's self-inflicted from the politicians basically making sure that, not even making sure, they're cracking down on regulations on how much debt a company can have. And then also just the fact that like some of these companies, Evergrande specifically, were basically selling properties that haven't even been started being built 6 years down the line. So that creates a bubble. And, this is something that they need to keep the market, creating more buying opportunities. So I do believe there's going to be a drop, and that affects a lot of different markets because they're basically looking to get bailed out by the government right now. So I believe I put the story inside of our Lions Wall Street members group. So definitely tap in, look at that article so you guys can understand. Make sure you're staying up to date on your current events so that we can all make informed and profitable decisions here in the future. From there, Queens and Kings, I'm out of here. Hope I didn't take too much of your time. I was trying to get under 15 minutes. We will see after this recording, and I will post it up on YouTube for you guys. If you have any questions about trading, about joining as a student for Lions Wall Street, all you have to do is tap in, and I'll make sure I have the link for you guys in the comment section, okay? But don't forget to subscribe, like, share, all that good stuff. Let's have a profitable week. Let's get to the money because it's money season, all right? I appreciate you guys. Keep grinding, y'all. Rah. And my students, by the way, y'all can stay on if y'all have any questions about the market, about trading. trading this upcoming week. All right, but I'm gonna go ahead and end this recording here.